Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic day of Zelda 1 Randomizer. We're getting started off here with CaptainGreen7 against Catastrophe. We got a doubleheader going on here today. I am Adaginos, or 8gen. I'm joined today by Fearwolf on the comms. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going? Looking forward to an exciting two-game match. This is going to be Game 1 and Game 2. I'm sure both of them would love to take this 2-0, but you never know.
Yeah, these flags can be very interesting at times, is a good way of putting it. Flag rundown for negotiate with terrorists in the chat is we have absolutely no idea because most things are going to be random. It is a random percent tournament, and for the most part, outside of some of things like swordless and one-hit KO, things are random. Outside of that, I think it's overworld is always going to be shuffled caves, and dungeon rooms will be shuffled, so things aren't vanilla. But outside of that, we have no idea.
Well, we did have 8 Triforces for 9 entry. They're going to start with a random amount, but we are going to need at least all 8 to get in. And some of the quickest seats are when you start with all 8, and then you're like, well, let's find 9 and see if cannon's required.
And then you need bow, ladder, recorder, silver arrows, heart shuffles on. So, good times. There's lots that can happen here, so we'll see what we get.
All right. I think they're going to be getting started shortly. And then we'll see what our 2 starting items are and what our Triforce situation is. Starting items also can have a pretty big impact on what you're able to do initially.
And you could start with 0. Now, the probability of that is so incredibly low. But you could start with...
You could.
I think we're going to get, let's say, a wood boomerang and a raft.
I like the letter as a starting item myself. Letter and wood arrows, that's always a quality combo.
Yep. 2 things that you technically could hurt somebody with, but apparently Link doesn't know how to do that, so...
They're in his bag. You just don't want to remove those from the bag.
I mean, you can start with magical sword. 8 bombs. I don't know that I've seen an 8 bomb start yet, as we get a sword and a candle. How about that?
Oh, well, you know.
And they're going to walk in here, and it's going to be a sword and a candle. Please do it. Yes! Thank you, Dave! As Catastrophe burns the moblin.
That is pretty hilarious.
That is quality right there. I love it.
That basically means you started with 1 item, because the other one was right there.
That is true. And there's a candle, so basically you started with nothing. That is fantastic.
I mean, you got another heart container, but...
This is true.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Yeah, that makes my day.
We'll see how the rest of this plays out. So they also had Triforces, I believe, 6 guaranteed, since that never shuffles, and then the other one depends on if it's second quest or not.
Yeah, 55 meat there. Good, nice place by start, and pretty cheap. So if we have second quest dungeons, that could be important.
Yeah, because second quest 3, very often that meat block comes into play. We do have blank hints, it looks like, so hints are not anything we'll be seeing. Captain Green will... Go ahead.
I was going to say, there's been very few times that I've seen hints really make any sort of difference. And the one time we thought, oh, okay, well, these are super great. It turned out that they were deceptive hints, and it screwed the runners over, so it didn't matter.
Deceptive hints are kind of the one bad thing. Those any roads are kind of garbage. It eliminated a raft spot, and then there's 2 Candle Row locations, so yay?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Doesn't do a whole lot for you.
Does mean they were shuffled, so power bracelet spots are something.
This is true. This is true, and if we get second quest, that could be a lot of locations. I didn't see where that bomb drop came off of. I didn't see if it was a red or a blue.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
That is another thing that can happen in these flags. We could have shuffled drop groups, which is everybody's favorite flag, suggested by yours truly.
And Catastrophe did get bumps from a blue Octo. So maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
Sword Beams is on, apparently, so that's always fun, especially since these things have HP. They're not 0 HP.
Yeah, permanent sword beams is a pretty good flag.
Just relearning about the Any Road situation. It could still be straight first quest overworld, or it's mixed. We just know it's not straight second based on Vanilla 3 being the first quest screen. Pushing the graves might tell us something.
Yeah, level 3 was brown, correct? Which means first quest mixed or first quest.
Yeah.
The graves will tell the story.
Probably.
When they say that dead men tell no tales, they are incorrect.
I mean, you can learn a lot from the graveyard. It does look like every single first quest spot has checked out.
Yeah, and nothing there on that grave push. And we haven't seen any levels yet, which is pretty interesting.
You know. Oh, so yeah, gamble. You know you gotta. 14
Oh!
rupees. Well, there's a 50 prize if you get lucky.
Yeah, it's not shuffled, which is good money.
Good effort, though. Good effort. Yeah, that blue ring. In theory, that could be purchased. Pretty pricey. You'd want first quest money for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've bought that a couple of times already, and people are like, he never buys blue ring. I'm like, yeah, but you know, when you get whiz robes, you don't want to die.
Given the right situation, even I'll buy it. So yeah.
I mean, if you don't need keys and you don't need meat, and I mean, there's got to be a checklist, but otherwise, there's no reason not to buy it.
Meat, wood arrows, keys.
I think there's in fact a seed where I started with silvers, bought meat, bought wood arrows, and still had enough money to buy the blue ring. So it all worked.
So looks like that was the power bracelet, not shuffled. And CG7 is going back to the power bracelet spot. Don't want to leave a spot behind if you can help it.
I mean, I definitely don't mind the power bracelet, especially with shuffled spots. Even though we're looking at First Quest Overworld, you know, it's 4 checks and you can get them out of the way as you're going. It kind of helps them.
Yeah. Early is better than late, because late, then it's all just backtracking, and the Lionel said hello.
Yeah, I think he's okay with that. There's not much else for him to do up here anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to start bombing a lot. And with 2 bombs, that kind of works out well for the beginning area anyway. The letter. That's an item that exists that could come into play with red bubbles being a threat, perhaps.
Not even worth a bomb.
And then, you know, somewhere to try that in. But yeah. I'm a fan of using the take any hearts to get a potion. Just grab one then.
A dungeon, yes!
Looks like First Quest 8.
Yeah,
if I had to guess.
Or this could be...
No.
Oh,
with that 5 pair.
That's
interesting.
That's a... Is this level 1? This might be level 1.
Right, if he bombs north here. So the pallets would be lying.
I'm trying to think of my second quest drop locations. There's a couple that have a spot there. But this looks a lot like level 1.
Yeah, that... And
but,
hey!
Nope! This is second quest 7, isn't it?
It could be.
Let me look up my thing. Just a second.
If the 2 left rooms are kind of like its isolated pair there, yeah. Then the pallets wouldn't be lying. Second Quest 9 is a thing. Catastrophe found second quest 9 on Death Mountain. Yeah, this is 7. So it has 8's palette because of the second quest nonsense.
Correct. So we do have good palettes thus far. Unfortunately, clock there.
Yeah, I thought the odds of there being 2 rooms to the left isolated was unlikely, but apparently that's the case. Hey,
nice.
To say hello. I do kind of like bombing a little bit of Death Mountain while you're up here. More so in its second quest, just because there's so many bomb spots or mixed. Sometimes doing all of that in one go is a bit much.
Yeah, and Catastrophe having the bombs here kind of paid off for him. He'll get this all taken care of, whereas Captain Green didn't have that. Interesting that he's digging second quest 7. Obviously, we do need the Triforce, but a red candle, that's pretty vanilla.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So very interesting indeed. Again, me playing, I'm going to be like, okay, so if I need a bow, it's in level 1 if it's first quest, or it's going to be 5. Until I'm proven wrong, I go with the 1 item.
Yeah. 1 item sometimes just tells the tale.
I figure if I'm wrong, I might as well be wrong, digging, thinking that I'm right.
Right.
So that if I'm right, I get the item I want. But yeah, I'm going to take that candle and head on out. So I kind of like this play. Second Quest 7 is a real pain to deal with low resources. You don't need bombs, but...
Sometimes you just get blocked in there and you're deep in, and it just makes you sad. If you've already got this stair item, hard shuffle, yeah, you're not really overly concerned with that. I always assume that's off until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, it only has a 25% chance to kick on, because if you get regular dungeon items, it's off, and so then it has to be that 50% chance, and then it's 50-50 after that. So it's a pretty low chance to get, as Catastrophe also finds level 7 here. I mean, the other thing to consider, too, is if you're full second quest, keys are always a problem.
Catastrophe did just use one.
Well, the good news is that going that direction, he will find the red candle.
That is something, at least. We did see a large secret. Looks like it was 92. Yeah, it's alright.
I mean, as much as it stinks losing your key, I think information gleaning that the red candle is in fact in its vanilla dungeon is worth the amount of a key.
Oh, wood arrow purchased by Captain Green.
I like it.
If items are vanilla, silvers are in 9, so getting those wood arrows could be very helpful.
Where are all the dungeons? Like, holy cow.
Northeast, I guess.
Yeah, because we cleared Death Mountain. Yeah. I think we've pretty well proven that it's straight first quest. Let's see.
Yeah, you'd have to really look at vanilla 2 to know for sure. Oh.
Close.
That red Octorok was a pal. Alright, coast, heart, yep. Looking very likely that items might be where you expect them to be. Of course, if that's the case, then it would have to be straight second, right?
Ooh, hi. And that's a nasty bomb price. But for the price of 5 bomb packs, you can get a boomstick.
You know, boomstick isn't bad.
There's also the chance,
the red candle.
Also a chance that it's an atlas, as we do see what I expect to be. Would this be level 4? If it's second quest?
It's second. Yeah.
This has that 4-ish feeling.
That 3 at the top. I mean, if we ignore pallets, I think 6 went. No, it's not 6. 4, I think.
It feels like a 4, but you know, things happen.
Yeah, go ahead and assume 4. Catastrophe's going for the Triforce in this 7, it looks like.
I'm gonna go with the antlers route and say this is definitely level 4.
Gets the heart container on the ground, so. And
Yeah.
that is a boss room. Is
Well,
there
that's
a
good.
chance that Triforces are just in Triforce rooms?
Oh man, required a heart too. I don't think there's a way around that block.
I don't think so either. I probably just would have bit the bullet and done it if you're gonna go that far in.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't for sure know vanilla items, and the white sword is an option out there still too, so don't have to finish level 7 now, as we find another dungeon, which looks like this would be level 3? No, this would be 2.
The A?
Yeah, this is definitely an A, and it has
Yeah,
a
so second quest. So their starting Triforce, I believe, was in the 2 slot, right? So they don't have that one, they have 3s.
which is nice. Means you don't necessarily have to buy meat. In fact, if you're concerned that you don't need the item, which you don't, avoid the meat purchase entirely. I wonder if he sneaks in like this is a first quest dungeon or something. And we have a recorder. So this
Recorder in 2, yeah.
big find. See if recorder to dungeons is on.
Yeah, that would be something. Now, CG7 doesn't know where 9 is, which is always kind of the catch when you can record it to all the free places. It's like,
Yes,
I
it
still have
is.
to find 9.
But knowing that, it seems like, and like you were saying before, that the heart was in a boss room, so we should have Triforces and Triforce rooms, unless it happens to be that really odd-off chain.
Yeah. CG7 just doesn't have that information yet.
We're still struggling to find dungeons.
We've seen some, but
I think
there
4.
are more out there.
We've seen 4. I think we've seen 2, 4, 7, and 9.
With the Manhandler.
Compass is always nice, isn't it?
It's pretty great. Triforce room, yep.
So this is a pretty straightforward seed. It's just a matter of locating dungeons. So I don't think that this is going to take too terribly long, especially if it's recorded Unbeaten Dungeons is on. It'll kind of just be a race to find level 9 there for Captain.
Yeah, so he has 2 and 3s now. Doesn't look like he's recording just yet. Wants
Gonna
to see
double
this
check.
one screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, straight first quest. And hey, it's a level.
Game.
So this is the E, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Based
You're
on
not
color.
supposed to put 1 where a dungeon's at. That just
You know, the game does that.
which is funny because it would be really interesting if he had done recorded and it all of a sudden, you know, because it could have been to beaten or unbeaten dungeons in that case. Because
Yeah, that gets pretty confusing at that point.
this is not looking like a fun room, but we don't need any item in here either if we go off of the fact that vanilla items are there. So we're just looking for a Triforce room or a ladder block. That's fantastic.
Well, reverse direction. Could that be a staircase, though? That would be a bit unfortunate.
It would not be random % if it didn't make you dig the dungeon that they gave you the Triforce for. But never mind.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Goodbye, level 1 forever.
We still have level 7 and level 8, so anything's possible.
Well, those levels are special. Alright. Where is this going to take us?
Hello.
Well, recorder to unbeaten. Or beaten. No, if it was beaten... Unless this is 3. If this
3
is
or 6.
It's... You just blew it once, though, so it would have...
It's going to be up on the letter spot.
Yeah. My guess is that this is actually going to be 3 up there. Could be that he recorded to an unbeaten 5, though.
Nope, this is 3.
Yeah, so recorded to beaten new locations, which is still helpful.
What an interesting spot to start, too. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, and he has no interest in going further in there. So this was 6, huh? Oh no, this was 2 that he was just at. Needs to blow one more time.
Interesting.
And, okay, this is where 6 is.
So he is going to go dig for the ladder. I like this play. It just removes, especially with second quest everywhere else, there's so many blocks that can happen. I feel like this is a good...
Only by recording to this location do you not open that key to it by approaching from the south.
Very
Pretty
true.
funny. Our boss is just one-hit KO. Because that Gleok fell.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's pretty nice. Catastrophe has found level 2. Do an
There's the
about
heart.
face.
And this should maybe be the ladder. We'll see.
I mean, 6 has a lot of staircases.
Should maybe in theory. And it's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head down, check these out real quick. Nope, it's troll. Perfect. I love it.
I'm looking forward to this staircase taking us there, then.
Right? And then he's like, alright, well, I guess I gotta go deal with wizards.
Ah,
Now,
no,
this is
it's-
just as good.
Yeah, because there's going to be that one shoot room thing.
Yeah, because we just have the vertical shoot and be perfect.
Not immediately.
Yeah, I'd probably clear a few of these rooms out, check in for keys as well. Need those, as Catastrophe also does get his recorder.
Yeah. And that's a very good find. That'll equalize things a little bit. Just some happy blue bubbles sitting in a room. Guarding a ladder. Freest ladder you can find. Has the Triforce. Bailing. Is the ladder required? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth that little investment, right? I mean, it could always make things easier. There's drop rooms you can't get to. Especially, again, we're talking about Second Quest 8 and Second Quest 7. And buying the bait for Second Quest 8, with it being so linear, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the money, why not? Keys would be the other concern. But they've been able to make do so far. Catastrophe not immediately grabbing Triforce. Wonder if we're looking for some keys or what? Hope we're not looking for the heart drop. I can respect looking for some keys.
Well, I don't know that he knows specifically that Triforces or has he walked by the Triforce? I guess.
Yeah, he left the Triforce behind, so...
Maybe he doesn't know if Heart Triple's on or not. Good bomb. Good key. We'll take
Nice.
it. Maybe he thinks this is 4, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. The enemies are a bit rough for Wood Sword, though. Half a heart,
Yeah.
just Triforce and bail.
And this will give him the information on what it is too. So, as we do see, this would be level 5 on Captain Green's side.
5 is a fun level.
I'm gonna dig this one out too, because our bow will be in here.
Yeah, I mean, already has the wood arrows, so that increases your offense too. And it's some nice gain in insurance. Doesn't look like extra bosses are on, so Gomas shouldn't be too much of a concern, especially with Triforces in their room. Forcing some bombs, as you do.
Alright, Catastrophe in level 4. We do need the Triforce out of here, so there is that.
Yeah, we didn't see where the Triforce was on Captain Green's side.
Gotta love having
a billion Gyptos, yeah.
Yeah, I like the bomb play here. They got a lot of HP too. The bomb drop, yeah, go to town. And of course, as per rando rules,
that's when the clock goes.
Oh man, super duper ooper ropes. At least we have a red candle.
Yeah, red candle is pretty great here.
This is why you never ever pass up the red candle unless you have like wand, boomstick, magical sword.
I mean, unless you're just strictly on a Zelda hunt.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But what if you have to clear a super rope room in order to get to Zelda?
Bombs.
Yeah, red candle is such a great item. I think it's underrated a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, if I don't have better, I'll pick it up, definitely.
Man, I find a bunch of anything.
It's interesting that Catastrophe is continuing. Probably doesn't know about Raft, and I guess it would be a shield in here.
Yes.
Which, one Raft spot's already eliminated, so it'd be quite the troll if we need to go to the other two.
We're only missing level 8 at this point, yeah?
Yeah. At least from our combined knowledge.
It's interesting that he's not picking up the Triforce just to figure out what dungeon he's in. There he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not super far in, so yeah, you lose a little bit of time, but the knowledge gain is probably worth it. As man, there you go. That ladder paying off.
Yeah, worked out.
Required to get to the bow, it looks like.
Of course, is the bow required?
It's a great question, but you're here, you're not going to leave it. At least we can record it back, but...
You can record it back, and that would be kind of the only reason why you might want to just kind of bail. Catastrophe C's level 3. Dipping in. I don't think Catastrophe's figured out what we're dealing with quite yet.
I mean, Second Quest does that too, to people. I mean, Catastrophe usually will play during the tournaments, but outside of that, doesn't play a whole lot. Captain Green does just about everything under the sun, and so sometimes Second Quest can really throw some people off kilter.
Yeah, Second Quest in general. I think when I first did this flag set and it rolled Second Quest items, I didn't even realize, because it's not like I pay much attention to Second Quest items that are vanilla.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even people who run the game Second Quest don't know half the items in Second Quest, so it's all good. It's understandable.
Yeah, it happens. Of course, if Catastrophe goes up here, sees a bait block eventually, well, that'll clue you in. Hey, we're in an L.
This should be a heart container, I think. I'm probably wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I sound smart. That's my one for the day. He's lucking out here because he's only got one room left to go, and this should actually be the boom. Is this the boomerang? I think this is the boomerang room.
I believe so, yeah.
So hopefully that will clue him into the fact that he does not need to be here, and that will kind of help him understand where things are. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully that's enough info. But again, you got to understand second quest drops.
Right.
And that is, again, if you don't play second quest, most people aren't going to know that.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind if you're in the tourney. Just try to make a note of that somewhere and reference it.
I think there's
Could save
4
you
or
time.
5 cheat sheets inside the Discord, so if you need help finding one, just let somebody know. We'll be glad to.
There are way too many cheat sheets out there. Alright. Where's 8 gonna be? Haven't looked at East Death Mountain, I don't think.
It's going to be the other rap spot.
Not Vanilla 7? You don't want it there?
I mean, we have the recorder. What's the fun in that?
Yeah, but it's kind of an isolated spot that they'd have to actually walk to just to check.
This is true, because they've checked everything else around it. Yeah, you're correct.
It will be the second to last spot checked before they go and dig a raft out.
It would be for me, for sure. I mean...
Yeah. Doing some forest burn-in.
But we are pretty close. I guess we haven't really done the Central Forest, so there is that.
And sometimes your route takes you around certain areas of the overworld. I know Candleville in particular is a weakness of mine. So I'll route all around it.
Yeah, it's such a condensed area of caves, but it's one of those things that you still just cannot route well unless you've already bombed and done the graveyard portion, and you don't want to go bomb Death Mountain, and you're coming around from the forest, and you kind of do the loop down.
That's about it, yeah.
Nice purchase. I like the key pickup here by Captain Green.
Yeah.
Especially knowing the indie key is going to be in level 8, which 1, we haven't found, and 2, eat your keys like crazy.
Yeah, 3 is a healthy number. Going for a heart. Interesting. Yeah, I probably would have gone potion.
Yeah, especially with red bubbles doing... What are they doing here? Reverse controls?
I'm guessing reverse controls, yeah. That can be annoying.
I don't think it's the worst.
Oh, he already has a potion? Yeah, that would explain
Oh, okay.
that.
Got it. You know, it's hard. I watch one guy and I forget about the other. I apologize.
Potion pickups aren't worth noting anyway.
Until you get slow mode.
It's like, do I have a potion? I hope so.
Nothing like watching guys with full hearts blow a potion just to get off of slow mode. Because it's like, oh, I can't block clip. I can't do anything.
Yeah, slow mode is pretty hindering.
I mean, I can't even block clip with reverse controls, so...
Well, we are recording the lake.
Well, hi. Well, there goes that. Hey, money.
Hey.
That's money for a boomstick, but are you gonna go... I mean, you gotta find it in level 8. Like,
I mean, it might happen naturally, but at that point, isn't the seed mostly over? I would think.
You never know. There is level 9, and it could have witch robes.
Second quest 9, it's fine.
Everybody says that.
I say that, and then I get trolled by it. It's fine.
I absolutely hate Second Quest 9 because I've had so many terrible... Do you remember like the ABNS one? I don't remember who I was playing, but it was just like the last room with likes, and we were like 2.5 hours. I don't like Second Quest. One-way doors and all sorts of crazy things going.
Well, I've had worse experiences with First Quest 9.
Here's 8.
Okay.
Well, and we start
the
the
route,
double
Green.
column, which is super nice to start in the double column.
Yeah, you got options. Probably.
There's, what is it? 14 staircases?
Yeah, ridiculous number.
2 of them are one-ways, 5 of them take you places, and 2 contain items.
I mean, decent items.
Both are really good in this case. We would definitely enjoy a wand, because we're, like, I think 8-9 rupees from a boomstick, and any key in second quest is always a welcome.
Catastrophe's really hunting this bow, but this is not the room you're looking for.
Just don't die. There you go.
Oh, Dig Dogger. Goodbye, Dig Dogger.
Yeah, Captain Green gonna check. I like this. Again, you don't want to walk by a potential staircase that could contain one of those 2 items. I think they're too valuable, so it's worth a little bit of...
I really think the best thing about the second quest state is you know where the Triforce is going to be. In its room.
Well, that's true. You don't have to hunt things down. That is very helpful.
Yeah, there's just so many rooms here.
Not gonna clear that one.
Yeah, might just be thinking, you know what? Let's just try to get this Triforce and get out of here.
Hey, a map.
Catastrophe does just get the Triforce.
So no bow. It'll be interesting to see if he goes back in or not.
Yeah, it looks like it's accessible from the entrance segment, but no. Off we go.
All right,
no
very
ladder,
interesting.
and that might be required to get to the...
Oh, that is correct. The ladder is, in fact, required. That's true.
So...
I forgot about that. It's been 38 seconds or something.
So long. Just forever.
Yeah, so always the hope is that the Triforce is stuck in one of the tips, and you have to get there via a staircase, and there's only 2 rooms accessible via that stair. This contains possibly, I think this is the compass or a key, one of the 2.
Both would be nice.
Or a 5-er, you know.
You know, 5-ers aren't bad. And the fairy even, like, flew into him as he was leaving. Don't leave her behind.
And there it is.
Well,
time to take a staircase. And this is going to drop him down 2 rooms, because that's the way Second Quest 8 works.
Always to a room you've been in, except when it goes into a weird little section.
Is it going to be Troll? Is it going to be Troll? Yes, baby!
You would not expect that, and yet, there you go.
Oh, man. Too good.
That was an isolated sadness room.
This game's got jokes. It's pretty good.
It does. Yeah, Second Quest 8 is a bit special.
I'm not sure what's worst, randomized Second Quest 8 or vanilla, because vanilla's ridiculously rough. So is vanilla Second Quest 7. Like, they really put a lot of thought in how to antagonize people playing the game.
Yeah, it's rough. Catastrophe is in 1. Shouldn't be in here too long.
If he bombs up, I think he finds the Triforce. But with just 1 bomb, that's a difficult choice. But he's not going to have a lot of options here.
Yeah. Looks like we're going south, though.
Yeah,
that is not the direction.
That's a worthless meat block.
Well, rip meat being relevant.
Still good purchase nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Can't complain about it.
So Second Quest 8, doing Second Quest 8 things. I enjoy it. He hasn't tried to go south yet, I don't think, through either of those walls there at the start.
Yeah, it's possible, but we're going over here and trying to go this way.
Hey!
Which is the way?
4th staircase is the key. So now I just have to go back and do level 4, which is super quick if you go the right direction. And I think the dungeon kind of forces you
right
that
direction.
way. And then we still have to do everybody's favorite second quest 7, which I hate way more than first quest 7. So I don't know. I'm just a weird person, I guess.
First quest 7 sucks, but not so much if you know where the Triforce is. I just really don't like clearing all the rooms of first quest 7.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's not a lie. But second quest 7, you got all the mugger rooms, and you got all this ladder block.
You don't need those hearts anyway. Fine.
I mean, that's true, but still. When it's keys or bombs, or rupees or bombs.
Well, that is a bit unfortunate. What's that?
Alright, we're back in 7. Let's go.
Alright. Boomerang, always. Blue Gurias know what they're doing.
I don't think Catastrophe understands what's in second quest, or just hasn't picked up on the fact that they're vanilla item.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here.
But I mean, outside of what Recorder and the blue boomerang, he hasn't seen anything either.
Recorder, blue boomerang, yeah.
I guess the red candle. He does have the red candle, so he's seen 3. But also, again, if you don't know, you don't know.
Right, and then you just end up clearing everything looking for a ladder.
Spends the money. Not getting the wand anyway, so.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
We're not getting an any key either, so I might have saved that for keys. I don't know. 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Got a potion. I like it. No reason to die 7 or 8 rooms into this level 7.
Yeah, you're pretty deep in. Just kind of body our way through. Just looking for that one special room.
Well, this is a pretty special room.
Forced combat, of course.
At least it's not whiz ropes. I mean, man.
There is that.
Could you imagine if they had done that in the original game? Oh my gosh. Sorry, you're not dealing with blue dark nuts, you're dealing with blue whiz ropes. Have fun!
Here's 8 of them.
Yeah, in a diagonal block room. Yeah, and there it is. Alright, just walk to it. The only way to it was that path. That's pretty interesting. As no walkthrough or bomb walls in aisle 7. And level 7 outside of really special cases there for the bomb.
Yeah, pretty rare. So just 4, and he can record her next to it, and I don't think he's found 9, though, on Death Mountain
I
yet.
don't think so either.
But,
not many places left, though, for him to check.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll head there shortly after getting his last Triforce.
We started with the wood sword and the blue candle. They started on start screen that had a wood sword and a blue candle, and at the shop by start was also a take any which contained a blue candle. So basically they started with the heart container.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they're going into those caves anyway, so yeah.
Alright, Catastrophe back in level 4, which I think kind of reasserts the idea that he doesn't really get that, he doesn't understand what items are where. Leaving, which is a good choice. Maybe he forgot he had this Triforce already. And there's the quick 4 Triforce for Captain Green.
Buys the book. Alright.
I mean, interesting. I would have bought keys at this point, I guess.
I mean, it's first quest overworld. There's still more money to be had.
Or was it Catastrophe that bought the book?
Catastrophe
Okay.
bought it.
Okay. I was thinking. I thought it meant Captain Green. Yeah, that makes sense.
Captain Green buying it would have been a curious decision, but
I mean, he gives you a map to 9. Actually, no, it doesn't, because Atlas isn't on, so it would have done nothing.
It's to understand the blank old men. No.
Go buy it! Go buy it! He's not gonna buy a key.
Alright, just bomb. He'll get to 9. He can actually get there with 3 bombs, but he might end up forcing.
Definitely want to force. There's not like a ton of bomb walls, but it's definitely worth having more than 3 bombs. Or I guess by the time you get there, it's only a couple.
I will say that Gleoks that die in a sword beam are pretty sweet.
Yes, that is a grand old time.
Yep, and does force the bombs. Just in time to find level 9.
Dun dun dun. Alright.
So, is Ganon required?
3 rooms up in Zelda.
Not immediately.
I said 3.
Not immediately.
Okay, well, I lose. But 0 HP bosses will be nice for the Centrai. However, these little guys
are not bosses, unfortunately. Just the
Indeed.
big guy in the middle. You gotta beat all these guys down with their +/- 2 or 4. I'm not sure which. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, nah, forget that. Just keep walking upwards. Probably gonna check some silvers on the way, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you never know. Especially if it's an easy clear like that was. Just
Or
silver
red ring.
details. Red ring would be cool. It helps you run faster, and especially with Patras, you can just kind of avoid them entirely. Just body your way through them.
Alright, we're gonna head to the ear, everybody's favorite location.
Yep. It's always something in the air, right? Right?
I mean, lots of turnstiles.
Yeah.
An old man that... Oh, not an old man. Is that old man that says nothing?
Not even that. Just a thing. It's not even a Wizrobe 9. Where are the Wizrobes this seed?
It's a good question. I think there were some in level 6, maybe?
Yeah, we're kind of out of there pretty quick. Very disappointing game. I expect the next seed to have 50,000 Wizrobes, thanks.
Yeah, but it'll be 0 HP, so it won't matter.
I gotta ruin the fun.
Oh my gosh, I love it! All these shutter doors with Patras.
Yeah, and this one you're like, well, I guess I gotta kill you, right?
I mean, there's no fireballs, so you might as well.
Got perm beam swords, that's nice.
Yeah, I think these guys rolled up.
Catastrophe's living on the edge of disaster with the half heart.
Gonna blow the potion.
As you do. Stab, stab, stab.
Oh,
Hey.
well, you know, that's useful.
I'm gonna go through the room to save the Patra murder just in case Silvers or Ganon are required in over there.
Yeah, very good call there to leave the room. That way you do not have to kill Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, no matter what. Catastrophe gets the Triforce out of old 7.
Spoilers! Somebody flashed the winner up on the stream before he got there.
What?
But we do have a winner! Not in Zelda's room either! CaptainGreen7 with the 46-21 finish.
Nice. GG to CaptainGreen7.
Yeah, so, you know, pretty rare not having, I say pretty rare, 50-50 shot to not have Zelda in her room, but
Yeah,
maybe
that was
possibly ladder
unusual.
requirement.
I mean, there were doors from left and right, so...
Maybe possibly. So, I mean, we could have skipped bow, we could have skipped ladder, because we didn't need the ladder to get to the bow. And I guess I don't know exactly how level... No, because level 8, I think, had a little room you had to go through, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, GG to Captain Green. Catastrophe taking the immediate forfeit as per usual with our double headers.
Right.
We'll see what flag change. Oh, interesting. Force second quest rooms on. Is that one we can change? Let me look.
I mean, you can change it, but the impact that would have would be only if shapes ended up in the dungeon quest equation. So that is interesting.
Yeah, we can do that. Interesting. That's a very odd choice. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, new to me, but could come into play with shapes should that end up being a thing.
I feel like it loses some of its potency if you know that it's going to be there, but